Wagwan, what's great? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Chef Adrian Morris and you're watching Morris Time Cooking. In today's tutorial, I'll be demonstrating how I make my go-to comfort food. I use ground beef to make this comfort food. It may be something that you did before, or you may be like, oh, I want to try that. Either one, at the end of this video, I'll tell you what it is, but stay tuned for the ingredients. And as we proceed, I'm pretty sure you'll figure it out along the way, but I guarantee you, this is great. I have this whenever time I'm feeling for beef, and I want to just sit and have a beautiful bowl of that. So stick around. After the intro, we'll get right into these ingredients.
We know about sardine, mackerel, chicken neck, chicken back.
So, as I said, this is going to be a mystery, right? It may be something that you've had, it may be something that you've thought of, or something that you've never had. Either way, do not let it down in the comment section until we get at the end of this video, right? It's simple ingredients, but when put together, it's a beautiful comfort meal. So the ingredients are as follows, and follow me. Main ingredient is we have our ground beef, and this is 450 grams of lean ground beef. I have a small family, so this is what I typically use for a night's dinner. So next up, we have some beef broth. You can make this or get the store-bought one. So we have 1 cup of that beef broth, and we just need enough just to cover everything. You'll see as time goes by. Next up, we have 1 egg. We have a tablespoon of tomato ketchup, and then we have salt and pepper, a 1/4 teaspoon of each. 1/2 tablespoon of all-purpose seasoning, a tablespoon of oyster sauce, which is optional. For the oyster sauce, you can choose not to use this, but I like to use oyster sauce when I'm making this particular dish. Sounds familiar? You're getting there. We have a tablespoon of dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of panko breadcrumbs, 2 tablespoons of water with 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and we mix that together and we call that a cornstarch slurry. We have about 8 to 10 pimento berries, browning if we need it, olive oil, and last but not least, a tray of vegetables to make things interesting and healthy. So let's go. Quick rundown. We have in total 1 whole onion. What I did was I diced half the amount of the onion. I have 3 garlic cloves. I know it may look a lot, but I slice and dice these very thinly, so hence it looks this much. We have a few stalks of fresh thyme, washed and everything. Siri, me not talk to you, my friend. Well, I'm to you, girl, enough, so. Jaja. I have 2 slices of Scotch bonnet pepper. This is optional, but I like a little bit of kick in the thing. Over here, I have 3/4 of a whole bell pepper, but I went with tricolors. And then we have 1 small carrot, and we have those in julienne strip. And the remaining of our onion right here, we just cut those into strips. And I'm pretty sure at this point in time, you may be saying, me know why I'm cooking, you know. I know what he's cooking. Leave the mystery going. You know what I say? Just comment when you reach to the end of the video what you'd call this, even though the name is pretty straightforward. But as I said, it's just delicious and it's my go-to comfort food. So without further delay, let's get right into cooking. So let's go now. Hit that now with olive oil, as I said, about 2 tablespoons, nothing too much, nothing too little. All right, so we're not gonna wait until this is completely hot. I'm gonna hit that now with my onion, garlic afterwards. So we're gonna saute these onion until they're nice and translucent. Just gonna mix that around to get all the onions coated. I'm gonna run and grab a drink of water. Can you watch this for me, please? Don't let it burn. I'm gonna get some water real quick. Yes, Father God. Tell us, don't make something burn. You're not assisting me very well, you know. Alright? Onions are looking translucent. A little bit of them almost got burnt. You didn't watch the thing. Why did you walk away from the screen? Come on, man. Turn it down, turn it down, turn it down. I walk away for a split second. And you almost make the onion burn up. So yeah, go on, you know. What we're gonna do, we're gonna hit that with the garlic, sorry. Luckily, I didn't add the garlic and ask you to watch it because they would have all got burnt. Alright, turn that down a little bit. Because I asked you to watch the stove for me. Nothing worse than having burnt garlic, you know. So all of that onion that you allowed to burn while I went on my water break, let me remove them, because we don't want that to affect our thing. Alright, get out that. Alright, that smells so good. Now we're gonna hit that with salt and pepper. I'm just gonna mix both of them together like so. Get a little bit on here. Help to break down the onions. Beautiful. Alright, so this is what we have now. Give you a show. So that's what we're working with. Nice and translucent. But of course, a few little burns that you did there. Kill that heat. We're just gonna allow this to cool down a little bit for about 5 minutes. It doesn't have to completely cool. Just whisk that egg, beat that egg. Nice. In goes my breadcrumbs. Together nicely. Breadcrumbs and the egg, nice. Or cooled onion and garlic in there. So we have that in there, look at that. Looking gorgeous. I'm gonna hit that now with all-purpose seasoning. Just gonna go in. Little bit of olive oil on my hand, nothing much. That way the beef is easier to come off my hand. I'm just gonna massage that in. The reason why I saute these onions and garlic gives this great flavor. You know what I say? Don't just throw the raw garlic and onion in there. When you saute them, you get a lot of flavor from them. A touch of olive oil. Yeah. So making meatballs. We're making meatballs. If you didn't figure it out by now. Alright, so we're just gonna pinch about a golf size piece. As I said, family of 4, but it's just 3 of us eating, right? So we need about 12 balls. Get 12 of these, so 2. And we try to keep them uniform for even cooking for all of them. A great tip to note when you're making these meatballs is to have them sitting in have the ground beef sitting in the freezer for about 5 minutes before you work with it. That way they mold better. I made these and post them on my TikTok and my Instagram, and I'm telling you, everybody was just saying, please give us a tutorial, please. So get them into nice balls, squeeze them, put a little bit of oil on your hand, and we have some nice looking balls. I got 11, so 4 for me, 4 for Alyssa, and 3 for Jameer. Yep, I didn't get 12. And we just mold those nicely, put them in the palm, roll them nicely. Yep, we'll get the perfect shape afterwards before we put them in the pot. I'm gonna pop these in the freezer for about 5 to 10 minutes while we work on the sauce. So let's go. So we're gonna hit that with a little bit more oil. So boom, onions first. 30 to 40 seconds with the onions. Next goes our carrot and our Scotch bonnet pepper. Light amount of oil. We don't need a lot of oil for this one. Yeah. Alright. Alright, to help those out to cook quicker, the remaining of that salt and pepper, because I used only half the amount. Just gonna go in. And lightly season everything layer by layer. So when you're done, you have a complete, flavorful finished product. Not too much seasoning in the beef. Not too much on the onions and not too much on the vegetables, right? And we're not gonna overcook these. We want them to be nice and crunchy. We're gonna hit that now with our bell peppers. We're gonna leave our thyme for last. Marriage thyme, you know the thing go. Alright. We just wanna saute these to get out a little bit of that flavor. Yeah. So we just slightly pre-cook those, and then we're just gonna pour that out. Yeah. It's not even 2 minutes that I've been cooking these. This is the quickest way to get it done. And this is the vegetable. Nice and crunchy. I just saute it off slightly. Little bit of oil on the hand. Not too much. That way they don't stick, right? Roll out, drop. Reform, drop. And I didn't put any more oil because there's a little bit of olive oil from the onions that's in the beef, right? You may be wondering, why didn't I saute, cook off the ground beef first or the meatballs first? No, if I did that, I want to make this a one-pot meal right short. If I did that, it would give me some fat from the blood and everything in here that wouldn't be as presentable to saute the vegetables. The vegetables are nice and sauteed with a lot of crunch. I will just hit that with the same oil. So we're using the same pan, no washing, nothing, right? All right, so once it's not putting up a resistance like what Barry Salmon say, we turn them over. Nice and gentle, right? The goal here is to get a little bit of brown on them evenly. And we're gonna go anti-clockwise. So let's go now. So it's important to place them down and remember which one went down first, so you don't break them in the process of trying to turn them over. And as I said, look at that. It starts to produce its own oil all over again. And if you're wondering, I'm on a medium heat right now, just so we don't burn these, right? And it's very important to have them the same size so they all can cook evenly. All right, we're gonna remove them now. This is what you want. Yeah, we're not gonna fully cook these, right? So remove them real quick and place them onto a plate or a bowl, anything. Cook these like 70% of the way. All right, you see that? The pan is not burnt, that's flavor, right? It's not burnt, that's flavor. Have a little bit of oil in there, and that will help to flavor the vegetables even more. Straight in the oil, our tomato ketchup, our oyster sauce on a low heat, mix that in, and this way we're gonna get all the flavoring from the bottom of the pan. Do not wash this, you're washing away the flavor. Right, gonna hit that now with the soy sauce or pimento berries. We'll mix. See, that color looks so lovely already, and it smells so great. And we'll just clean the bottom of that pan, get all that flavor. Oh Lord. Whoa! Do not be like me. I'm gonna hit that with the beef broth. So in with the beef broth. But guess what? I know you realize, I just now realized. Look at this. Look at this. I totally forgot to put the breadcrumbs and the egg into the meatballs. The breadcrumbs and the egg is very vital. I gave you the measurements. They are the ones to keep the meatballs nice and juicy. And I cannot believe you're right there and you couldn't even say, chef, you leave out the egg and the... We're gonna drop in our thyme. Get that essence boiling off from the jump, you know what I say? If you didn't figure it out by now, we're making brown stew meatballs. Delicious. Delicious. Alright, let's taste and adjust the seasoning where necessary. No need nothing. Doesn't need anything. Alright, we're gonna hit those now with the meatball, not the vegetables, the meatballs. Back in. And we're gonna cook this. Remember, these were cooked 70% of the way. Finish them off in the liquid. Alright now, man. That juice. Pour out that beautiful beef dripping. We're gonna hit that with the cornstarch slurry from now. And that's gonna help us to thicken up the sauce a little bit. We don't want to thicken up this too much because we don't want it to be pasty. And I already sauteed the vegetables off nice and crunchy, but I don't want to add them just yet because we don't want them to become mushy. Alright? You can also add tomatoes in here if you like, or potatoes if you like to say take it to another step. But we're going to serve this up with carbs on the side, so we don't necessarily have to add those to it, right? Alright, so we're going to allow these now. Just reduce this liquid to half the amount before we add our veg. So we're going to cover that up. Alright, we're back. Nice. I turn it down, hit that with the vegetables. And about 2 minutes in, I will turn that right off. We're not trying to murder the vegetables. 2 minutes, and we're good to go. Gonna add a touch, just a little bit, just to elevate that color a little bit. No, you look like brown stew. Beautiful. And we'll just kill that heat. What I want you to do for me is to tell me right now, what would you eat this with? You know what I'm going to eat this with? Take a wild guess. And while you're guessing, if you like what you see so far, don't forget to hit subscribe. Some creamy mashed potato. Look at that. Look at that. Creamy. Look at that. I know when this is gonna taste good. Tomorrow, if we have any leave. We're not gonna have any, but I'm saying the day after is when it's best. Trust me. Do you like Jamaica? You like Jamaican food? This is a must try. I know you may have had meatballs before. You may have had brown stew before. But have you tried brown stew meatballs? Try it out. Don't take my word for it. Just try it out. Come back and leave in the comment section what you thought about this one. The only thing is I'm missing the breadcrumbs. That would make it super moist. Trust me. And a bite into it is like, yeah. All right. Tell me in the comment section, what would you mop up this gravy with? I'm mopping up with some nice mashed potato, creamy. You see me? Would you eat this with pasta or rice? Yo, the plate are hot. No, sir. The kick of spices from the Scotch bonnet with that aromatic flavor. Yo. As I said, spoon for them mashed potato. You can't use fork, it's too moist. That's a carrot. I so me like my vegetable crunchy. You see me? Thank you for allowing me to share my passion with you over the years to the point where we're at 300 videos. You know, I said 300 tutorials. That's almost a video every day for an entire year if we were going for a year. But with that said, comment 300 down below to confuse everybody in the comment section and to indicate to me that you've reached this far in the video. And if you did, thank you very much for the support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me, as I said, to share my passion with you, to have not over but 300 videos and counting. Big up yourself. Once again now, thank you very much for watching. As I said, 2022 all about you. So just leave in the comment section what you'd like to see next. Chef John Morris is back again. So share this video out to your family and your friends so that we can get more people over here to experience what we got going on. You see me? Thank you very much for the love and the support. Once you give this video a thumbs up, remember, when you give this video a thumbs up, that will help out the channel to suggest to YouTube that, hey, we're actually enjoying these videos. And that will also indicate to me that I should continue with stuff like this. So if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to give it a like. You know me, I say subscribe below. It's totally free. And you can come every week for new and improved recipes. Hit the bell notification to be notified whenever time I upload a video. And also, leave us a comment below what you'd like to see next. You see me? Without further delay, I want to say thank you very much for watching. And you know the thing go. Until next time, what? Hot. Safe travel upon the gravel and go and big up on yourself.